Hello and welcome. My name is Squarechique. I'm glad you're here with me. Today, I thought we were going to be finishing Scarlet Hollow, but I've heard that it's actually more. It can be more than 4 hours, so this will be part 2. In the first part, we had to make a tough decision to either save an old man or save an old dog. I didn't know the option was going to make the other one die. But I went with saving the dog because the old man had a gun. And I thought he could protect himself. But basically, the creature was wrestling with the gun and the old man was shot by mistake. So I'm guessing we're gonna have more choices like that going forward. Not looking forward to that. So we're probably gonna have more people dying around us. But remember, if you'd like to, give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. With that being said, let's get into it. I hope she's still awake. Yeah, we're at her friend's mom's, I think. Stella knocks on the door. Ooh. Keen eye. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Is that blood? Ooh. Okay, Street Smart silently gets Stella's attention. Stella, I think someone's watching us. Say no. Yep, Street Smart. You tap Stella's shoulder and subtly direct her gaze to the shadows. Oh? Squarechique. Huh? I did not like that. Jesus. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. What? You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. Oh, it was her saying that. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Squarechique. Is it okay if we come in? That poor little dog looks so scared. Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Ooh, herbs. Oh. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Squarechique. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Explore. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. Okay, no, I'm worried about you. Tea is life. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. Yeah, how did you know that she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. Okay, I never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Yeah, I don't think we did meet her. Ha! That's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Okay, we need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord. Have you contacted the police? No. It just didn't seem believable. That's why we came here first. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out her camera and turns the screen towards Sybil. Oh yeah. Where was this? Oh, her tea's getting hot. Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits. Oh my god. Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. Oh my god, please get the tea. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Oh my god. The tea. Jesus. The kettle. Keen eye. Kanika's door is covered with stickers. Their edges frayed from recent but failed attempt to remove them. This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. Oh, she's cute. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen. Who's a good potato? The face, I swear. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Okay. Video. So, hi, I'm Squarechique. I was helping Stella with a video and something terrible happened. I just watched Amanda die. I'm not, let's not do that one. None of your business. No. I was helping Stella. Let's do, hi, I'm no, let's do, I was helping Stella with a video. I was helping Stella film a video in the woods and something terrible happened. This is Squarechique, Tabitha's cousin. And she's right. It's serious, Kanika. Duke's dead. We caught it on camera. Jesus. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. There's more to that footage than Mr. Calloway's untimely demise. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Yeah, no need to barge into her room. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Squarechique and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. I'm fine too, thanks for asking. Well, I'm not fine. Let's just remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? Right now, we're just trying to pull ourselves together. Oh, she has a Sailor Moon shirt on! Y'all, I would love to watch the original Sailor Moon show, but I can't find it on streaming. If anybody could point me in the right direction. Alright. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree, those things are still out there. More serious than a man's death. I didn't like Duke anyway. Don't say that. Okay, I agree. Those things are still out there. And as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. Oh? My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Squarechique with this talipo crap? I don't know that word. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if there are ditchlings, his death was an accident, or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Yeah, we never actually saw it trying to kill anything. It was trying to drag off the little dog, and the other one, it looked like he was trying to take the gun from Duke, but Duke was fighting back. It could have very well been an accident. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? We don't know if they're the ones doing it to them, though. We just know his chickens were going disappearing, and then we found that creature over top of that one on the ground. He might not have had anything to do with it. Okay, explore. Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke. Keen eye. I saw something living in that chicken. Yeah, let's say that. I saw something squirming around in that chicken. I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage? Like they're really big doughy wasps or something? Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Squarechique get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Let's see, I can keep going. I'm still wired. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you though. I can stay up. This is important. I just want to go home. Thank God let this miserable night finally end. I'm tired as shit. Or remain silent. Let's not remain silent. Let's, yeah, I can keep going. I'm still wired. Ha! Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. I love peppermint tea. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Squarechique. Okay. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Yeah, let's not split up. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I should probably head back before Tabitha has a conniption. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. Nah, I think I need some time alone. Hell yeah, sleepover. Thanks, I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Thanks, I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha. Okay, so because we're staying, with our cousin Tabitha, it would probably be best to go and check on her, and maybe we can fill her in on the things that have happened. Yeah, let's say I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up the mountain alone? I'm more terrified of Tabitha than those things in the woods. Sybil said those things were harmless. Yeah, I'm sure. On second thought, if you put it like that, yeah, I'll stay. Alright, yeah, I'm more terrified of Tabitha. Honestly, I'm more afraid of making Tabitha mad than I am of those things in the woods. Yeah, Tabby can be really intimidating. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. She scribbles her number on a piece of paper before handing it to you. I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. It's not like I have much of a choice. Oh, I don't know. I think I need to process things. I'm leaving town as soon as I can. Okay, yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Oh no, we'll have choices, won't we? Almost home. Okay. Your salvation in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. Try the door. Jeez, that was loud. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. You didn't even pick up when I called you back. I texted you back. The miner outside the general store. I watched a man die tonight. Hi, Tabby. I saw horrible things tonight. I want to leave. Look, I got suckered into something. It was weird. I met this girl in town and we headed off. None of your business. Okay, no. Let's see. You didn't even pick up when I called you back. I was upset. You'd been ignoring my calls for hours. No, I didn't get them. I won't leave. Look, I got suckered into something. Okay. I saw horrible things tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and a lot of really terrible things happened. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything, and she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, good night. I need to leave this town as fast as possible. Wait, you don't want to hang out? Can you tuck me in? No, I need to leave this town as fast as possible. Please, I need to leave this town as fast as possible. Don't let Stella's nonsense worry you. It's not worry you. Don't let Stella's nonsense worm its way into your head. There's no bus until next Monday, and there's no way I'm driving on those mountain roads. You're stuck here until the next bus comes, so settle down. Good night. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you collapse onto your mattress, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Oh yeah, please do that. Call her. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, a warble in her throat. Did you make it back all right? All good? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. I don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I'll see you tomorrow. from the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Oh, is this... Are these in season... Or not seasons. Are these in episodes? Oh no. That blood on the carpet over there? Oh. I really wish the music could be on, because, you know, this is part of the trailer, isn't it? And the music would make things a whole lot better. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Save. Okay. Continue. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? I don't think so. I think we should be able to just go on. Okay. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and to the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety wriggling as the events of the last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note: you can refresh yourself on the events of previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Yeah. Let's check on the opossum. Oh, he's got bread. You open the drawers to check in on the little opossum you met yesterday. Oh, good. He's still here. That's nice. No. Leave the little mans in peace. You decide to leave the little mans in peace. Poke around the closet. Great. The doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though, after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Return children. Let's see. Look out the window. Is that something? You creep toward the window, carefully not to be seen. Carefully. Careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. Oh, yep, it went away. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Leave. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Text Stella. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Yo, what up? Hey, how are you holding up? Hi, send picture of tired cat you found on the internet. Hey, how are you holding up? It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frau eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. You're back. Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? Pet her. Leave the cat be. Let's ask. Excuse me, ma'am. Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over. As silly as that may seem, you are, after all, talking to a cat. Frau merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey! You sure took your time getting up. Hey, cuz. It's like 8 a.m. I watched a man die last night. There are monsters in the woods. We need to leave. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? I'm sorry. What's the plan for the... You know what? We're gonna come right out and be like, I watched a man die last night because you wouldn't let me talk about it. You had to go to bed. I watched a man die last night, Tabitha. Stella and I went into the woods to find some cryptids, and we wound up running into this farmer Duke, and I saw him blow his face off while wrestling with a monster. Yeah. I don't know what you saw, but if someone died, I'm sure I would have heard about it. Don't let Stella get you all worked up over this. She has that effect on people. Anyways, I'm running late, so listen up. I wanted to make sure I relayed this message in person, in case you decided to ignore my texts again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there, and not because of monsters. You could fall down a cliff. You could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods, it doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. I want you home by sunset from here on out. Yes, Mom. What is up with you and Stella? Aren't you the boss? How can you be late? Can I hang out with you today? I don't want to be by myself. You don't understand what happened last night was real. Okay, let's do one of the explorers. What is up with you and Stella? Uh-oh. We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Aren't you the boss? How can you be late? How can you be late for work? If you own the mines. Just because I own the mines, it doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities. If I'm late or if I don't show up, then things aren't done right. I don't want to hang out with her today. You don't understand. What happened last night was real. You're not listening to me. What I saw last night was real, and I have footage of it. Mentions Sybil and ditchlings. Sybil said they were real too. She called them ditchlings and said they were a threat to the whole town. I'm going to stop you right now. You met Sybil? Of course that nosy old crone would make a point of meeting any new person who wandered into town. I wouldn't pay her too much mind. She'll talk your ear off about the healing properties of crystals or the magical essences of oregano or whatever. She and Stella are both a little kooky, if you ask me. Ditchlings? Sure sounds like some old-timey Appalachian stuff, alright. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work, and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey, Squarechique. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're alright, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Up most of the night on cryptid forums, but no good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to join. I have scones. Scones? Say no more. Cool, on my way. I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. After last night? Oh no, I'm not really feeling up for it today. Okay. I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. And that's that. Time to start your day. Let's investigate the garden real quick. Your eyes wander to the garden door. You shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Yeah, let's investigate. You wander farther into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Take it all in, check the ground for clues. Alright, take it all in. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect. Its glass clouded and cracked, statues reach out from within seas of weeds, as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates, at the very peak of the mountain sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Check the ground. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A boot print, a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera? Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Text it to Stella. Yeah, we want to share as much as possible. You send the photo to Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way that's Tabitha-sized. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Let's make a PB&J. Sure, Stella might have scones at the library, but scones are later. PB&J is now. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. I mean, no reason not to keep yourself full of calories considering what's happening, you know. Let's see, head to town. After last night, you should make things up to your cousin. Screw going to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. Tabitha is right. After last night, the last thing you need to be is stuck into more adventures. You're not going to leave the estate. Oh, yeah, we're heading into town. Good lord, that's loud. Tabitha isn't here to stop you now. You head outside, back to the mountain path that leads to town. Okay. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. Continue. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Jeez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look who I found at library. Said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol, and I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. On my way. Lol, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Ditchlings aren't real, Stella. Send a heart emoji. I thought I told you I'm out. No. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Almost back to town. Continue. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, Squarechique. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and, well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. Street smart lie. Duke had a hunting accident. We just got some really good footage is all. Tell Avery the whole truth. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. Geez, nosy much? No, I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. What happened last night was traumatizing. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet. Sorry. Okay, I get it. Sounds like you've been shaken up pretty bad. I'll tell you what. I'm on break for the next half hour. Why don't you swing by the diner if you want to decompress? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. But no pressure. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around Squarechique. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Street smart, what aren't you telling us? What aren't you telling us? You're awfully relaxed, given everything you told us last night. Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play. I've shared what I know about the ditchlings, and I trust that you, Stella, and Kanika have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Squarechique, and God bless. You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. Swing by the diner, swing by the general store. Head to the library. If it'll let me do both. Swing by the diner. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn the patrons of the danger. Talk to Avery. Let's talk to Avery. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I'm gonna agree with Avery on this one. I've tried doing crossword puzzles before and I'm just not smart enough. I need like the kids' crosswords. I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, I know you said last night traumatized you, but if you need someone to just quietly sit back and listen, well... See, the scene changed, like... I think she might actually also listen to us, so... Try your tea. Yes, let's try the tea. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. What the hell is in this tea? Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. It tastes healthy. Take another sip. Yeah, Nope. What the hell is in this tea? Yeah, see, she looked up when I said something. She's listening. Oh, right. I probably should have warned you about that. It's chaga, this fungus you can harvest from birch trees. It supposedly has a ton of health benefits, and it sure tastes like it. It's a challenge, you know? What if you don't believe me about last night? Tell Avery about last night. Let's say, what if you don't believe me? I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. Last night still feels raw. Why don't we just talk? You're real nosy, aren't you? No. See, I don't think I should tell him because I think she's listening. And I don't want to go on everywhere. Last night still feels raw. Why don't we just talk? Yeah, see? See? She's listening. She's wanting the tea. I totally feel you. What do you want to know? Have you lived here your whole life? Nah, I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. Do you regret moving here? Why'd you leave Charlotte? Keen eye. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. It could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking. Nah, it's cool. She's bored to tears. She's like, hey, y'all talk about something more interesting. Nah, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? She keeps looking. I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. Alright, I should probably head out. Totally get that. My shift's about to start anyway, so perfect timing. And hey, look, I know you don't want to get into last night, and I respect that, but I want to help if I can. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if I hear anything strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. Yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable talking to him. Well, obviously she was also listening. Swing by the general store, sure. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. No. Hi, I'm Squarechique. Do you know how to get to the mines? If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you, or what you doing on your phone? Let's see. Hi, I'm Squarechique. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mom told me. What's your name? Miles. Do you know how to get to the mines? Maps are free. He cannot be bothered. You take a map of the town. The mines are a couple of miles away, but you now have the power to visit your cousin of your own free will. What you doing on your phone? Games. You probably haven't heard of them. I probably have. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you, or... Miles sighs. I guess, yeah, Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care. Wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to steal. Have it your way. See you, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. Okay. Yeah, let's visit cousin. The woods are quiet today. It feels peaceful here for a moment before you start to question why the woods are quiet today. Your thoughts can't help but wander back to the creatures you encountered, those ditchlings, and the marks they've left on the local wildlife. We don't know that they're leaving the marks. We don't know that. The woods aren't quieter today. They are emptier than they should be. Oh. Your thoughts roll back to the waking world at the sight of a woman jogging towards you. Oh, you must be Vivian's kid. You threw me off. I never see anybody out on the trails this time of day. Glad to see somebody in the Scarlet bloodline gives a shit about their health. Getting your heart rate up instead of just driving around. I've got a son about your age who would kill for the opportunity. I hate seeing young people give up on themselves for no reason when other people have to fight so hard to feel normal. Okay, you don't think Tabitha cares about her health? Thanks, or I'm sorry? What do you want me to say? Yes, I'm very health conscious. Gotta get in my 10,000 steps. What gives you... What gives you the right to talk about other people's health like that? I'm not doing this for my health. I just don't have a car. Is there something wrong with your son? That was a weird thing to say to a stranger. Okay, random lady. Let the woman continue her run. No, let's... I'm not doing this for my health. I just don't have a car. Oh. Well, as a doctor, I'm still glad to see it. Keep it up. The woman shifts, clearly about to continue on her way. Oh. Do we want to do that? No. No offense, but you come across as a little condescending. I don't care if you're a doctor. It's rude to comment on people's health. Wait, did you know my mom? What's this about a son my age? If you're a doctor, maybe you can shed some light on these things I saw in the woods. They're like a little gnomes, parasitic gnomes. It's only fair that you tell me your name, since you seem to already know mine. Yeah. Dr. Kelly. And never drop the doctor. I don't appreciate over-familiarity. See, do we wanna? Do we want to bring up the fact about Duke's body? See, I feel like the more we're quiet about it, because we made the decision to not speak about it already, is it that the longer we go, the more suspicion we're gonna put on ourselves? I think we should hold off. Okay, we're gonna continue on with our small group knowing. Wait, did you know my mom? I did. Small town, everybody knows everybody, especially if you're around the same age. The woman's eyes impatiently drift towards the path behind you. Okay. Alright, we'll let her go. Let her run on. In the brief pause left by your silence, she wastes no time in picking up her pace again, jogging on without so much as another word. She disappears around the bend, and you are once again alone on the peaceful autumn mountainside. The rest of the journey is a bit of a hike, but not quite as tedious as you anticipated. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happened to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitor she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. Harsh. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your mine, and the shit house you've had me living in. It'll all be better off a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Squarechique? What are you doing here? Visiting my favorite cousin. I didn't like how we left things off this morning. Maybe that one. What do you care? Tabitha, there's nothing to do in this town. I don't know. I'm just kind of bored, I guess. Well, I'm not being dragged... Does that sound like a bike? Well, I'm not being dragged into danger by Stella. I'm staying out of trouble like you told me. Okay. I didn't like how we left things off this morning. Tabitha sighs. You have to understand how much is on my plate right now. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess. I'll babysit you in my office. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. Keen eye. There are also a suspicious number of ordinary photos of her and Gretchen. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman, and an old-timey man. Keen eye. One looks like the pictures you've seen of Pearl Ann. The other, you're not sure, but from context you assume he must also be an old relative. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations? Or... I really admire your leadership with that guy earlier. I didn't like how you treated that man earlier. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? I will get to that one. Who are those people on the wall? Why is there a gun in here? Sybil said the things I saw last night were... Okay, let's not get to that yet. I actually don't like how she treated him. I feel like she could have been a little nicer, but I also don't admire. Yeah. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen, so she's banned. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearl Ann at this point. And the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who own the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Pearl Ann was too excited to have great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. Okay. Why is there a gun in here? It's Pearl Ann's. She put it there to intimidate people. Always thought it was a little old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you. That face. You never call Pearl Ann Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Okay, Sybil said the things I saw last night are an omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in this town. Sybil says a lot of things. She's one of those tea leaf reading fortune teller types. I really wouldn't take her vague warnings seriously. So, do you think, like, it has something to do with the mines? Did we maybe accidentally dig up something? Don't get yourself all worked up over what some old lady told you about the end times of, or whatever she was going on about. This portent of doom stuff has me worried. How can you keep focusing on work when there might be some catastrophe waiting around the corner? Yeah. I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Coal is a tough industry, Squarechique, as I'm sure you know. The seams in these hills aren't exactly untapped either. This mine has been operating for almost 200 years. Yeah, did we maybe dig up something we shouldn't? It'll run dry at some point, maybe even in my lifetime, but I'll do whatever I have to if it means this place lasts just a little longer. Over 100 people work for me, and for each of those people, this is it. This is the best job they're ever going to get. I don't like doing layoffs. I don't like doing cuts. I don't like seeing my childhood home crumble around me. But every day I get up and do what needs to be done to save this town from ruin. Not that I believe anything when it comes to Stella and monsters, but who cares if you two saw a harbinger of doom? I see that every day. Sit quietly and let her work. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. Oh yeah, we need some scones. The PB&J was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. I'm getting kind of hungry. Do you have any food? Let's take a lunch break. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's a place to get food. I'm starving. Where's a good place to get grub around here? Say nothing. You are a stoic and you won't be defeated by hunger. Yeah, let's do this, and that way it leaves it open-ended so she can interject whatever. I'm getting kind of hungry. Tabitha sighs. If you really can't wait, then go find something at the cafeteria. It's the building with a big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. Oh, and bring me back something too while you're at it. They have a mac and cheese I don't hate. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office, and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray, corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions from a nearby group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the workers, unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? Yeah, let's introduce ourselves first. Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. Me and Davis were in the diner yesterday when you popped in. How can we help you? Oh, right. We heard a little bit of their conversation. Street smart. Y'all can chill out. Just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. You know what? That might actually work here. I'm not sure. Yeah. Y'all can chill out. Just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. Yeah, alright. So, what do you think of Tabitha? No, y'all should get out of town. So I met this guy on the bus. I'm looking for the cafeteria and okay, seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird? How? Like weird animal sightings? Weird noises coming from the woods? Yeah, like weird animal sightings? Nope. You've been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to. Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. But, you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating. That's all. I don't know. She's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before. Huh. Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Weird noises coming from the woods. I've got, yeah. Weird noises coming from the woods. Not a peep. We're underground most of the day though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Why is Zach always making things seem a little less conspicuous? I've got a couple other questions. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? So, what do you think of Tabitha? The miners stare at you. Distrust in their eyes. I knew it! Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good enough boss. End of story. The miners know who you are. You probably won't be able to get anything out of them. Hey, do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Yeah, why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Wait, what? No way. Isn't it the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he ain't, oh, sorry. Well, I guess he ain't, and he hasn't even skipped town, huh? A pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to the poor guy. Press them. What do you think happened to him? Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss's cousin. So I met this guy on the bus. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to, yeah. He said he had some friends working the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I'd remember someone like that. Alright, I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm going to do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zax. Go easy on her. I am going easy on her. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know. The mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent. And we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Approach another group. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? How do you know I'm Tabitha's cousin? You introduced yourself to the whole town yesterday. The diner. Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him last night. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now, hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name on his jacket, just like yours. The name on his jacket, Wayne, just like yours, says Smith. So do all of our jackets. But if I switch with Isaac, that don't make me Isaac. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town, creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and coworkers? Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Press them. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. As Smith and Rodriguez turn to leave, Isaac hesitates. I'll be just a minute, guys. Your funeral, man. I wanted to ask you something in private. I'm about to grab something from the caf, if you don't mind joining. How serendipitous. How serendipitous. I think that's how you say it. Serendipitous? You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has, of his own accord, offered to share his wisdom with you. I was actually looking for the cafeteria. Sure, not like I've got anything else going on. Look, man, I don't know you. Alright. I was actually looking for the cafeteria. Great, let's walk. You follow the hard-faced young man, an anxious energy in his step, as he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. You said something earlier about seeing Wayne. The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Did Tabitha see him? Did she say anything to you about him? I told you everything I know. Can't talk, hungry. Why are you asking me? Look, man, I just want to get some food and go. I can't help you. I'm not telling you anything. Leave me alone, please. Okay. Yeah, I told you everything I know. Shit, look, Sam Wayne is a friend of mine, and he's been missing for over a week now. And I seem to be the only person around here who gives a rat's ass about it. And I'd be willing to bet the last person who saw him was... Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? Oh. That Sam Wayne fellow, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked. Got it? I don't want to disappear, too. Isaacs obviously has more to say, but this isn't the time and place to coax more information out of him. Yeah, slip Isaac your contact info. As he turns to leave, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. You reach towards Isaac and shake his hand, passing your note to his palm. Don't mention it. And then he's gone. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like he never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yep, I've skipped town over less. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got the chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? I'd better get back to Tabitha, take your food and go. What do you guys know about Wayne? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp's seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his bill. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. You'd better get going. Wouldn't want the hot meal to go cold. No reason to stay here any longer. You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. But you don't make it far. Something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched, the smell of sick flesh. That's open. That is who was in our backyard. Oh, is that Wayne? Yeah. Squarechique, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. Hey. Oh, hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. Jesus Christ. What the man? Are you going to keep doing this? Do you need help? Was that you in the garden this morning? Attack him. No, let's don't do that. What do you mean dangerous? Because it's a mine? Okay, yeah, explore. Oh, hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. The figure, Wayne, doesn't respond to this. Do you need help? Looks like you're hurt. So you aren't afraid of me? Good. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Squarechique. There are other forces at play here, trying to pull you in their own directions. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through. For both our sakes. Oh, Lord. Is this whole town, like, into something? I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Please stop following me. What's going to happen? Yeah, where were you while I was in the woods? What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. Great. Walk back to Tabitha's office like nothing happened. You casually continue on your way, returning to the hill where Tabitha's trailer is perched. She meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What, was there a long line? Tabitha, there's this creepy miner who keeps following me. Wayne? Am I in danger here? Can you take me back to the estate? I don't think I should be here. Why does weird stuff keep happening to me here? Is this town always like this? I think I should go home, like my home. Yeah, just a long line, that's all. Yeah, let's say, can you take me back to the estate? I have a feeling choosing to come here messed us up for going to the library. And I'm kind of sad about that. Can you take me back to the estate? I don't think I should be here. What? It's the middle of the workday. I'm not going anywhere. I have meetings and emails and very complicated spreadsheet that needs to get done, and your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Well, I'm glad she's here. Tabitha shuts the door, and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach, you're able to pick out snippets of Stella's conversation with the miners. Ditchlings. My grandma used to tell me stories about them, claims she saw one once, and that's why she always had such bad luck. Johnson, I think that's the boss storming over? Is it now? Sure is. Suppose that's our cue. Pardon us. Tabby, Squarechique, hey, I was just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed a lookout. Is there someone talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby. It's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anybody had seen her, and while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that Sybil said are like little Mothmen foretelling doom. Stella. And also, there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here and who Kanika says is super creepy and sick and... Stella. Yeah? Just stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me. Extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for that kid? The Maxwell place or the gas station or whatever. Anywhere but here, where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst I keep wanting to say catastrophes. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for, and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Nope. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before... Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. Up the hill. She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know Oscar is looking for her. Then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We'd better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Yeah. It's cousin bonding time. We're going after them. We have to... Or those... I think I hear whispers. We have to go in there, don't we? Can't you do this alone? I don't think I should be involved. remain silent. We have to go in there, don't we? I don't like the thought of you walking around an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. What is that? Does it look like a weird frog? Gross. Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. Follow her. For some reason I just had a weird feeling that I need to save this. Let's save it in slot 2. You follow her and enter the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expect, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because it wasn't safe? Because it ran out of coal? Because deep down you like being curmudgeon? No, why? Yeah, let's just ask. There was a collapse here that killed 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. Jeez. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns or dehydration. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. Keen eye. You've spent a lot of time thinking about this place, haven't you? I have. There are still bodies down here that were never recovered. 168 people climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. What the hell was that? Oh god, the mine's about to collapse, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, what the hell was that? Probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban from my property. Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. Follow her. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. Disdainful teen girl. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Okay, so there's at least 3. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. So, 4 kids. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. Explore. What's the deal with you and Kanika? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows. What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but don't tell her I said that. I wouldn't want to appear weak. You're probably right. She's jealous and needs to get over it. I think she just hates her family. No offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. Yeah, let's do that one. That doesn't mean she has to give me a hard time. Okay, but you could be nicer. You're right, she doesn't. Have you tried talking to her? Yeah. Have you tried talking to her? No. Even if I tried, it's not like she'd listen, probably. Look, I've kind of given up on other people understanding me. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. They're close. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh shit. Oh hey Tabby and Squarechique, I guess you two caught up to us. Two Scarlets in one place. What luck. Sigh. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh no. That genuinely scared the crap out of me. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh man, God. Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina? None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I am putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on. You guys, maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? Well, it's illegal to be here, as far as I'm aware. I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah. Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy, and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh? Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh. You're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine if it weren't for child labor laws. The 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina, not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. So do I. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Okay, I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the 2 of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right, Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. Let's see. Yeah. Because this is Zane talking. I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad. And the 2 of you shouldn't talk about it anywhere that isn't here. Should talk about it. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and, ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh my god, Zane. You can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Oh, Lord. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've gotta check it out. They're an old Cornish myth named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in mines right before a collapse. Oh lord. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella. I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Aw, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Okay, keen eye. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Stop arguing, you knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Rosalina, what are you doing? Don't go in that hole. Wink at Rosalina and gesture towards the tunnel. Yeah. Stop arguing, you knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. Ugh. I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on. Alexis will have more fun without her. Alright. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and like, I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh. They must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. She tried. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where the tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Squarechique. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on. Tabby, I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could just all leave. Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She hasn't done anything to deserve it. I am not getting in the middle of this. Alright, let's do this. Yep. Let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. He looks so worried. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Oops. Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Dang, Stella, Meat Rice? That's a big deal. Okay. We'll do this one first. I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Dang, Stella, Meat Race? That's a big deal. They're on, like, every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all of the things she'd said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. Yeah, I don't like her. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treated everyone tonight except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Ooh. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mine sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Uh-oh. Becca, I swear, I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back with us? What did they see? What if they're the ones doing the knocking? No, I'm pretty sure that's not right. Tommy knockers. Those poor kids. Okay, there's a lot here. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They'd better get grounded when this is all said and done. Hold on. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all of the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. Okay, what did they see? Tommy knockers! It's not Tommy knockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got deeper into the mine, their bravado in the face of authority would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Those poor kids. I have no sympathies for their terror. They've brought this upon themselves for trespassing in my mine and making me come down here. I'm sure they're just as upset that you came down here as you are. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Oh lord. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalind. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. And it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Hey kids. Oh great, the adults are here. Thanks Alexis, real nice. Becca is needing to feel like you're better than other people, so important that that it's worth being buried alive over. Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see this place starting to collapse. Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Alright. Becca is needing to feel like you're better than other people as so important that you to you that it's worth being buried alive over. Okay, yeah, this one. What? What are you talking about? Give me a break. The whole time we've been down here, you've done nothing but tear down every single person around you. The only people who do that are people who are afraid of themselves. Leave now. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine. We'll leave. Thanks, Squarechique. Whoa, good job. As Becca and Alexis move toward the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. Oh no, I don't like this. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. Step forward. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, a desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Oh no. Do we really want to do that? Lord. Hey, are you alright, Squarechique? Bear witness. Oh Lord. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Ooh. Squarechique, Tabby, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rocks over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? That knocking's getting closer. At least the kids are safe. I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? Yeah, let's ask about that. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? Yeah. I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Oof. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder. Climb like hell. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Follow. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Am I gonna get lost? Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced... They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just the cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends should be scared. Wait. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you to home. I've already... I can't talk. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car, and then we're going home. Tabby. Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word. And you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? I can't believe you left me down there. Your vision. What happens now? Alright, let's see. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit, too. Your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Yeah. Are you sure you didn't just hallucinate? You were at the bottom of an old mine. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Squarechique and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. I can't believe you left me down there. No, I'm not gonna say that. What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day, and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Squarechique? Tomorrow? You have already ruined my evening on 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think you'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow? We're going ghost hunting at Oscar's, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You were there. I didn't think you were serious. Squarechique, you have her number, right? Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens. It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly I have to. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. See you tomorrow, guys. I'll text you when we're back. I can walk to the car on my own. Are you kidding me? Alright, see you tomorrow, guys. You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Sorry about today. How are you holding up? I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? Alright, let's, sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. Yeah, I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, me too. I've got to focus on the road, though. Why do you treat Stella like that? Did you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? Whoa, are we bonding? I guess, sure. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. You're right, there are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. Yeah. They could have snuck off, and the parents didn't even know. Yeah. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents at fault for this who weren't ready. Take the librarian. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive. And here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. It's not fair. Oh. Do you want kids? Or do you want kids? It seems like that struck a nerve. Yeah, let's do keen eye. Lots of people want kids. I don't appreciate being... No, ride in silence. We don't want to be rude. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate. The musty the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. Oh, that is creepy. These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. Is this a dream? When you close your eyes, the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines, your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. So yeah, see, if we keep leaving her alone, I'm thinking eventually she's gonna let us pet her. Oh, Lord. Oh, we're at the end of, the next chapter, I guess? Spooky. Yeah, I hate that I can't play the music. Uh-oh. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. Okay, we're gonna save right here. This is the end of 2. Yes. Okay, so, wow. I really wish I hadn't ended to part 1 where I ended it, because it was only a little bit of extra time left in the first chapter, or, well, episode is what they're calling them. So, this is creepy, and I have like some theories, but yeah, I'm still confused. Like, I'm trying to figure out what might have caused the, what were they called? Ditchlings? Are they here to, like, keep an eye on us? Like, something else bad is happening, and they got, like, released? I don't know. I'm very confused. And this is really scary. Yeah, so I thought I might be able to finish this in 2 episodes, but I guess not. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. And I just want to let you guys know, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!